Do you remember the story of Fabrice Mondo, an international and famous football player in Birmingham City, who suddenly collapsed on the football pitch? Another story of a young boy, his name is Miles. He used to live in Birmingham, but he died as the same day with his father for the same cause, 8 years apart. Fabrice and Miles are 1 in 500 people who have a heart disease. This heart disease may cause the heart to stop beating. In addition, the majority of these people are unaware of this disease. This heart disease is called cardiomyopathy, and a subset of this disease causes the heart muscle to become very thick, and it decreases the heart's ability to pump blood. And in some cases, it can even lead to sudden death. This disease is caused by a defect in our DNA or simply a spelling mistake, which is also known as a mutation. In case of a mutation, our body will produce an abnormal protein. So in my thesis, I was interested in assessing the impact of these mutations on the proteins of the heart, mainly the ones that are important in stabilizing the heart muscle. In order to do this, I employed 3 approaches. So if you have a look at this side, you can see that my first approach was to assess the impact of these mutations on the protein structure. So I have identified 20 mutations, and I showed using a variety of techniques that the majority of these mutations may cause the disease by causing the protein to form aggregates, making it less functional. In addition, I decided to focus on one of these mutations to assess its impact on heart cells. If you have a look at the middle section, you can see that I have used stem cells and I transformed them into heart cells using a protocol, with these cells showing increased markers of stress. I then created something very interesting, which is engineered tissues of the heart, and these tissues at the bottom section show that they show low beating rate. I then wanted to assess the impact of this mutation on the mice heart. At this section, you can see that these mice showed impaired electrical activity of the heart, as well as mild changes in the heart function. So by employing these 3 approaches, I'll be able to understand the mechanisms by which these mutations cause disease. In addition, I'll be able to help save patients, such as Fabrice or Miles, live longer and be with their families. I will also be able to help patients know whether they have the disease. Thank you for listening.